Hello and welcome to Selfie Torah. I had a really interesting experience a week ago. I was at a school and I had the opportunity to talk about the Holocaust to a group of students who, the majority of them were not Jewish, and they hadn't heard much about it, and I was probably the first rabbi most of them had ever met. After the presentation was over, one of the students came over to me and asked Rabbi, if you had a choice of any religion in the world, which one would you choose? And my first reaction was like, well, that's a no-brainer. You can't even understand. It's a little bit of a silly question to me. Judaism is so, it's such a passion of mine. And I just explained to her, no, I would choose my own because I really appreciate it. But I realized in this week's Parsha, we actually have an answer that I think would change a little bit of the perspective. We read this week Parshat HaChodesh, which is a special reading about the first mitzvah given to the Jewish people, that of setting the Jewish calendar by the moon. What's weird is that we didn't actually set a calendar. No. We didn't write down the days and months and years and put it on paper for years to come. In fact, every single month, witnesses had to see the moon and go ahead and go to court and testify. So here you have the moon, and it would be different phases of the moon. It gets bigger, it gets smaller, it gets dark again. And then finally, when you see the first little sliver of that moon, the witnesses would come to court and testify. Why? Why would the Torah give such an odd rule instead of just setting a calendar? They had the knowledge, they had the science to make a calendar. And one of the explanations given is because God wanted to show us that we need to be in control. And we are in control. And we have to make our own choices. And obviously, whether or not the moon comes out isn't our choice, but it empowers us to be the ones who control the new month and the Rosh Chodesh. And if the Jewish court decided, no, it's not a good enough sliver of a moon and we need a different time or a different schedule, they were able to do so. And the calendar would follow what the court said. So going back to that girl who asked me this question at the school, yeah, I've always been Jewish. I've always been passionate about being Jewish. But it's important to constantly reevaluate and not just to have it set down on a calendar, on a paper. I'm Jewish and that's what I am, but to constantly reevaluate and rethink and redecide and have a rebirth of our commitment to God, the Torah, the mitzvos, and have a Nagila Shabbat.